Tennis jokes, tennis racket jokes. Q. What do you serve but not eat? A. A tennis ball. Q. Why are fish never good tennis players? A. They don't like getting close to the net. Q. How many tennis players does it take to change a light bulb? A. What do you mean it was out, it was in? Q. What's the hardest thing about learning to play tennis? A. Telling your parents that you're gay. Q. What did one tennis ball say to the other tennis ball? A. See you round. Q. Why should you never fall in love with a tennis player? A. To them, love means nothing. Q. Where do ghosts play tennis? A. On a tennis course. Q. What is the definition of endless love? A. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder playing tennis. Q. Why is a tennis game a noisy game? A. Because each player raises a racket. Q. What do you call a competitive tennis player who just broke up with his girlfriend? A. Homeless. Q. What do a dentist and a tennis coach have in common? A. They both use drills. Q. What did the tennis ball say when it got hit? A. Who's making all the racket? Q. Where is the first tennis match mentioned in the Bible? A. When Joseph served in Pharaoh's court. Q. Why do elephants wear green tennis shoes? A. To hide in the tall, tall grass. Q. Why is it not good to play tennis in a court? A. Because you might get arrested. Q. Why is it good to stand on the service line? A. Because you can order ice cream. Q. Why did the elephant float down the river on his back? A. So he wouldn't get his tennis shoes wet. Q. What do you call a blonde tennis player with 2 brain cells? A. Pregnant. Q. What's a horse's favorite sport? A. Stable tennis. My tennis opponent was not happy with my serve. He kept returning it. Recreational preferences. After a 2-year study, the National Science Foundation announced the following results on America's recreational preferences. 1. The sport of choice for unemployed or incarcerated people is basketball. 2. The sport of choice for maintenance-level employees is bowling. 3. The sport of choice for blue-collar workers is football. 4. The sport of choice for supervisors is baseball. 5. The sport of choice for middle management is tennis. 6. The sport of choice for corporate officers is golf. Conclusion: the higher you rise in the corporate structure, the smaller your balls become. 2 hunters. 2 hunters are walking through a forest looking for deer. When all of a sudden, a giant bear jumps out and scares the shit out of them. They drop their guns and run like hell. One of the hunters stopped, opened up his backpack and laced up a pair of tennis shoes. His buddy looked at him and said, "What are you doing? Are you crazy? You can't outrun the bear." To this the hunter said, "I know, all I have to do is outrun you." Morning jog. While out one morning in the park, a jogger found a brand new tennis ball, and seeing no one around it might belong to, he slipped it into the pocket of his shorts. Later, on his way home, he stopped at the pedestrian crossing, waiting for the lights to change. A blonde girl standing next to him eyed the large bulge in his shorts. "What's that?" she asked, her eyes gleaming with lust. "Tennis ball," came the breathless reply. "Oh," said the blonde sympathetically, "that must be painful. I had tennis elbow once." Doctor's orders. A middle management executive has to take on some sport, by his doctor's orders, so he decides to play tennis. After a couple of weeks his secretary asks him how he's doing. "It's going fine," the manager says. "When I'm on the court and I see the ball speeding towards me, my brain immediately says, to the corner. Backhand. To the net. Smash. Go back. Really? What happens then? The secretary asks. Then my body says, who? Me. You must be kidding. Tennis pickup lines. Excuse me miss, could you hold my balls while I get my huge racket out of my bag? If we were playing tennis, I'd let you score all the points so I'll always be in love. Do you want to hit my balls with your racket? If we went out, I think it would forever be love love. Tennis anyone? I definitely got the balls to be playing with you.